So let's go ahead and get started in child's pose today. Big toes together, knees wide. Sink your hips back towards your heels and then stretch your arms out nice and long. Just take a nice couple of clearing breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Giving yourself an opportunity to just arrive on your mat in this shape. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breathing, you start to find that slight constriction in the back of your throat, giving your breath that slightly audible quality. We went through a lot of twists today. Pretty powerful practice, so starting to create a little more power in your breath here. On your next inhale, we'll start to lift up into all fours. And bring your knees right underneath your hips, and then start to walk your hands forward. So eventually the chest melts down towards the mat, this heart melting pose. So you can wrap the backs of your arms down, press into your palms, draw your chest back towards your thighs. Maybe forehead, maybe chin can rest down on the mat. Just take 5 breaths here. Start to press into your hands, slowly guide yourself back up to all fours. This time rest under the shoulders. And then little baby cat-cow. So there's just a slight drawing of the chest forward as you inhale, and a little around as you exhale. Just kind of releasing the spine from that. And then maybe start to let your cat-cows get a little bigger. So more extension through the chest as you draw forward, more rounding through the spine as you exhale. 2 more rounds of breath like that. And then we'll add a little balance into our cat-cows. So coming back to a neutral spine. On your inhale, we'll reach the right hand forward and the left heel back. Press through the heel, maybe find a little arch in the back, glute engages. Then as you exhale, pull the navel in round, elbow and knee together. And then inhale, lengthen everything out. Exhale, draw in. Inhale. Exhale, pull in. 2 more. Exhale. All right, last inhale, reach nice and long. And then as you exhale, we'll pull in and hold here. So hug the navel in, maybe cross your elbow to the outside of your knee. Let's see if you could breathe around this engagement. So belly hugs in, but we still find that nice deep breath. And inhale, extend out nice and long one more time. Set your right hand, your left knee down. Just a little sway side to side, or cat-cow, and then release out of that. And then we'll switch. So find the extension through the back body, inhale, right heel back, left hand forward. And exhale, pull elbow and knee together around the spine. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. All right, last inhale, finding the length. And then same thing as you exhale, pull in, draw navel to spine, and then breathe around this tightness, pull even tighter. One more breath. And then inhale, reach up nice and long. And then exhale, set left hand, right knee down. All right, so press into the palms, fingers nice and wide. You're gonna tuck your toes under. Find that little core engagement again. So low belly pulls up and in towards the spine. Back is nice and flat. I'm gonna try to keep the spine in the same shape, but just cover the knees. Okay. Squeeze the inner thighs together like you got a little block in between them. See if you keep pulling belly to spine and then breathe here. Maybe engage a little bit of that ujjayi breath. For 3, 2. Hand on one, start to straighten the legs, press your chest back towards your thighs, and pedal out the feet in your down dog. All right, let your feet come hip distance apart, and then try to disappear your heels behind your toes. So when you look back at your feet, all you can see are the 5 toes. And then we'll start to walk the hands all the way back towards the feet. Knees can stay nice and bent. We're just coming into a deep forward fold here. If you'd like, you can hold opposite elbows. If you'd like, you can sway side to side. We'll hold this first fold a little longer so you can just kind of let gravity unwind the spine. Maybe lift your sit bones a little higher, crown of the head get heavier. All right, release your hands. On your next inhale, slide fingertips to shin, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Next, fold. And then root through your feet, inhale, rise all the way up to stand, arms reach overhead. Palms touch, exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a 1 breath here. And then as you inhale, sweep the arms back up overhead. And then fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. And then we'll plant the hands and walk back to a downward dog. But keep your downward dog a little bit shorter, right? So heels are still grounded on the mat. And then press into the hands, really send the chest back towards the thighs. Because you wrap the triceps down, kind of like we did in that heart melting pose. Shift your left hand to the center a little bit more, and then really push into the left hand. You're going to take the right hand across and try to find the right calf or the right ankle. And if you can find that connection, bend your right elbow a little bit and see if you can pull, left ankle and right hand. And see if you can pull your chest around into a little twist here. One more breath in. And then exhale, right hand comes back to meet the left. Press into the right hand a lot, hips stay even. And then left hand comes out to the right ankle. Right calf. And again, see if you can bend your left elbow and then kind of pull your chest around. All right, on your exhale, go ahead and release out of that. We're going to shift the hips forward into plank. You need to walk your hands forward about a handprint since that was a little shorter downward dog. Bring the inside edges of the feet together. Then press into your hands, get really firm through your chest. So you can inhale here. And as you exhale, roll the heels to the left, so the right knee comes up. Then inhale back to center. Then exhale, heels to the right. Inhale back to center. Nice and strong through the belly. Exhale, heels to the left. Center. Heels to the right. And one more time each side. To the left. Inhale, center. To the right. Then to center. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Take your fingertips nice and wide. Press into the tops of the feet so you feel the thighs kind of engage. And as you inhale, pull the shoulder blades together, broad and across the collarbones. You exhale, dip the right shoulder into the middle of the mat. Press into the feet, inhale, lift the chest. Then exhale, dip the left shoulder in. Again, inhale, lift. Right shoulder, exhale. Inhale. And left shoulder. All right, one more of those to each side. We'll come back to center. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, kind of traction the spine forward as you lower, slide the palms next to your lower ribs. We'll tuck the toes under and press up and back, downward facing dog. Downward dog, we'll lift the heels, bend the knees. And then exhale, step or walk to the top of the mat. Slide hands to shins, inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, big reach. Interlace your hands together except for your index fingers. And then reach hands up overhead. Pull the tailbone down, hug the belly in. And we'll take a big inhale here, get a little longer. And then as you exhale, just point the fingers over to the right. And then press to the left hip, left outer foot. Take a big breath in. Little deeper exhale. And come back to center. And switch. Hands to the left, reach to the right foot, right hip. One more breath. Back to center, inhale, maybe we'll send the chest up and look back. And then fold right down the center. Inhale, half lift. Reach your hands, step your left foot all the way back. Back knee comes down. Inhale, sweep the hands up as you send your hips forward. And then as you exhale, we'll bend the elbows. Just kind of pull the chest up. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to hug the navel in and press the palms together. So you sort of back the hips up a little bit. Keep that length through the spine and engagement in the core. And we'll just start to rotate around here. And you'll find the end point of your rotation. And then hug your right heel and your right hip back and your left hip forward. So you feel the inner thighs pull together. There's this little lift from the low belly and the pelvic floor. Try to keep that engagement through the legs. And then shift forward, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Use that little elbow to give you a little more twist here. And one more breath. All right, press into the feet, hugging your thighs together. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands to the mat. And then one big inhale, we'll send that right foot all the way up and back. And exhale with the right foot, meet the left. Switch, inhale, take your left foot up. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Let your back knee come down. Sweep the hands up. So big inhale here, lift. And then exhale, pull the elbows down, find a little bit of back body engagement. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, hug navel and press palms together. And so you should feel some nice length from the crown of the head through your tailbone. We're going to try to keep that length and just rotate around the axis of the spine. Right? Feel the inner thighs kind of pull towards each other, so you find that stabilization through the lower body. And then just tip forward. Right elbow meets the outside of the left thigh. And we use the strength of that arm to give us a little more leverage to rotate around. 3 breaths here. And then inhale, unwind, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. And as you inhale, we'll step forward into our halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Press through the feet, inhale, rise to stand. And then exhale, fold right back down. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step the right foot back. Back knee lowers, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take the elbows wide. Big breath in. Exhale, palms together. Start to rotate through the spine. Inhale to get a little taller. Exhale, tip forward. Right over the left thigh. All right, this time we'll pull the inner thighs together, and then if you'd like, there's an option to tuck your back toes, and then we'll lift that back knee. So inner thighs pull together, and the left knee presses up towards the sky. Got 2 more breaths. And then back knee up or down, unwind. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands down. Inhale, send the left leg up and back. And then left foot meets the right. Inhale, take the right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Start with the back knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands come wide. Big breath in. Pull belly to spine, hands together. Rotate around the axis of the spine, breath in. And then into the twist, exhale. All right, so inner thighs engage, feel the hips pull in toward each other. And then option to lift the back knee. Stay nice and strong wherever you are. 3 more breaths. And then either keeping that back knee down, lifting it up, inhale. Arms unwind. Hands to the mat, exhale. And then step forward, halfway lift, breath in. Fold, exhale. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. And then start to bend your knees and sink your weight into your heels. All right, so hips come super low. You should be able to kind of brush the back with your fingertips. And then we'll keep the shape of the legs. And just swing the arms up in a trick pose. Feel the belly pull in, sink the hips a little lower. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, pull the elbows nice and wide. Inhale. Exhale, pull hands to heart center, hug the navel, and root the tailbone down. And then we'll rotate, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. See if you can sit the hips even lower. And use the strength of your arms to kind of rotate the spine around. Fire up that Ujjayi breath, see if you can breathe around that core engagement. Last 3. 2. And 1, inhale back to center, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Separate the feet a little bit wider. And then peace fingers, the next and middle fingers, wrap around your big toes. Okay, kind of shift the weight forward into the balls of your feet as you inhale. And then exhale, just kind of pull yourself into the fold. You can bend your knees if that feels easier for you here. Little shake of the head, no, not yes. This is where we release whatever we kind of run out through our twists. Let it spill out onto your mat. All right, and then hands to shins, inhale back to your half lift. Exhale, fold. Feet come together again. Bend the knees, sit nice and low. Sweep the arms up, chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows wide. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull navel in, hands together. And then we'll rotate around. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. You can keep sending the hips back. So weight is in the heel, inner thighs, inner ankles are sort of hugging towards each other. For 3. A little deeper for 2. And 1, inhale back to center. And exhale, fold. Separate the feet hip distance. Hands to shins, inhale. And then exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back to plank. All right, so Your elbows are gonna go right where your wrists are right now. So just end up in a forearm plank. And then feet together. Reach your tailbone towards your heels and hug your low belly in. And we'll spin the heels to the left, dip the left hip down. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, heels to the right. Back to center. Heels to the left. Center. Heels to the right. One more reset. Exhale, heels to the left. Center. To the right. Center. And then press into your forearms. Start to send your chest back towards your thighs. Walk your feet in for a little dolphin pose. Really root through the forearms. Hug that armpit space up and back. One more big breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees. Let your hips sink back towards your heels. Find child's pose. Maybe walk your fingertips over to one side and get a little side stretching. And then over to the other side. All right. When you're ready, we'll make our way back to downward dog. And from downward dog, inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Keep the back knee lifted this time, and we'll come right up into crescent lunge. So bend into that front knee. Just like you did in your low lunge, kind of pull the right heel and the right hip in towards you, and send the left hip forward. Back knee presses up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, pull the elbows wide, shoulder blades hug together. Breathe in. And then exhale, pull hands to heart center, hug the navel in. One more of those, inhale, open up the chest. And then exhale, pull elbows and palms together. All right, and then we'll rotate around the axis of the spine once more. So crown of the head stays reaching towards the ceiling. Hips are right underneath the shoulders. When you hit the end point of your twist, just release the left hand forward and right hand back. And then press the right shin forward and hug the right hip back. Then press the left heel back and hug the left hip forward. So you've got this oppositional reach, helping us stabilize in both directions. If you'd like, you could take the right hand to your back. I lift the left hand up for a little deeper rotation. Let's take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll windmill open to warrior two. So arms reach out, and the back heel spins down. You can check out, make sure you got that heel to back arch alignment. And then sink into the hips, soften the shoulders, reach a little longer through the fingertips. Just a couple breaths here to feel the strength and stability of your legs. And we'll try to keep the shape in the legs. Take your left hand to your back thigh, inhale the right hand to the sky. So opening up right side body, reverse warrior. One more breath in here. And as you exhale, just let the right forearm come forward to the right thigh. Reach the left hand up to the sky or maybe overhead. And we'll put that together in a little flow. Lower body grounds you. So inhale, take it all the way up to reverse warrior, right hand to sky. And then exhale, tip it forward, extended side angle. Inhale, we reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. And one more time, inhale. Exhale. All right, on your inhale, we'll reverse it, but this time straighten your front thigh, give it a little break. And then right hand comes down, we're gonna turn the right toes in. So all 10 toes face towards the left side of your mat. Press into your feet, kind of a little engagement through the thighs, and then we'll just pull right down the center. Okay. So I want you to think about finding sort of a wide down dog here. So press into the feet, send your thighs back, and start to walk the hands forward. So just like we do in our downward dog, you're sort of pressing your chest back towards your thighs. If this feels good, stay here. If you want a little twist, we'll keep the left hand extended and then weave the right hand under to find the left ankle or left calf. And you pull around. One more inhale. Release the right hand if you were twisting, and we'll switch. Left hand finds right ankle. Last inhale. So release the left hand, and then climb back up onto the fingertips, hands under your shoulders. And we'll walk back to the front of the mat. So we find a low lunge here. Left hand's gonna plant underneath your left shoulder, and now all 10 toes are gonna spin to the right. So we turn the right toes out, and we come onto the knife edge of that back foot. So your right hand to the sky. And then you can either keep the hips lifted, find a little stretch to this right outer hip, or sag the hips down and reach back towards that back heel. You can kind of open up in the left side body here. 2 breaths wherever you are. All right, and everybody lift the hips, lift the right hand up, big inhale. Exhale, right hand down, spin the toes forward, and step back through your vinyasa. And pull forward the chest forward, cobra, upward dog. And then exhale, downward dog. All right, inhale, reach the left foot up. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, rise up to crescent lunge when you're ready. Just a couple breaths to kind of sink into the legs, find that foundation. A big inhale. Exhale, pull the elbows wide. Lift the heart, breathe in. And then pull belly to spine, palms together. One more like that, inhale. And exhale. And then just rotate around the axis of the spine. The shoulders stay stacked over the hips. And then release right hand forward, left hand back. If you bend into the lunge a little deeper, we'll lift that back thigh up. Option to reverse it if you want to take left hand to your back thigh and reach the right arm up. Let's take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, spin it open, warrior 2. So that back heel is going to roll down, arms are going to open around. Turn around. So feel your tailbone get heavy here, and the inner thighs kind of pull in towards the midline. So we're still finding that little bit of pelvic floor lift. It's going to help us stabilize as we move through this a little bit. So, and your inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach a little bit more. And then exhale, tip it forward, extended side angle. We'll take one breath here. And then flow. Inhale takes you up and back, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Last round, inhale. And exhale. All right, inhale, reverse, straighten your front leg. And then left hand down. This time we'll turn the toes out and the heels in. So a little horse or dog stance here. And we want to keep the tailbone drawing down. So rather than letting the belly spill forward, we're pulling the hips and the rib cage together. And then slide your hands out to your knees. You can either have fingers back or fingers down, whatever feels better for you. Okay, and your inhale will draw the tailbone down with the chest. And then exhale, just twist, drop your left shoulder to the midline. Back to center. Exhale the right shoulder in. Inhale. left shoulder, center, the right. Maybe switch your fingertips so they face the opposite way. And then last round, exhale, left shoulder, center, and right shoulder, center. All right, now slide your hands into the tops of your hips. We're gonna press the tops of the thighs down, draw the tailbone down, and then try to lift the torso away. Trying to find a little decompression in the spine. I feel good to just shift really slightly side to side here. One more breath. And then straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Toes are going to turn forward again, heels out, and release your hands to your lower back. Reach your knuckles away from you for up the thighs. And then exhale, come back into your fold. Maybe keep your hands at your lower back if you want a big shoulder rinse, but the hands reach all the way overhead. You can let your head be heavy. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands. Come onto your fingertips, lengthen. And then we'll walk back to the front of the mat. So this time, left toes forward, right foot back. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. Spin the toes to the left. Reach left hand to sky. Either stay lifted or sag and hip down. And then we'll all lift the hips up with the left hand up. Left hand comes down, step left foot back to meet the right. Last vinyasa here. From downward dog, inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet to the top. Halfway lift. And fold. And then start to bend your knees, sit back. This time we'll come all the way down to a seat. Last little bit of core work here. We're gonna take the hands right behind the knees, sit up nice and tall. So you feel your little bony set of bones underneath you. We're gonna try to stay on those, so without rolling back towards the low back. So nice and lifted. You can keep your hands behind your knees, you can reach your hands forward. Pull the belly in with the chest. You can stay here, or start to let one heel reach forward, pull back, and then the other. If you don't feel much there, try to lower down just slightly, and then reach, keep pulling the lower belly in. We'll keep that going for 9, 8, try to breathe, 7, 6, last 5, chest lifted, 3, 2, last 1. Inhale in your boat pose. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down, arms overhead, so you get a big full body stretch. And then release. All right, bend your knees. We'll give the core a little stretch. So hands down by your side, thighs parallel. Press into your feet, inhale, send the hips to the sky, bridge pose. Maybe interlace the hands together to your lower back, reach your knuckles away from you, and pull the shoulder blades together. One more breath in. Release the hands, exhale, peel the spine all the way back down. Take your feet a little wider, knock the knees in together. Just relax here for a moment. And then one more bridge pose. Feet hip distance. Press into the feet, inhale, lift the hips to the sky. If you want to go for the interlace, maybe change the grip so the other pinky comes on top. And then reach the knuckles away from you. Press your chest to your chin, and then just lift your chin a few degrees towards the ceiling. Last breath in. Exhale, release, slowly lower down. Take your feet wider. And then just windshield wiper side to side to side. Let both knees fall to the right. And you can stay here, you can take your arms into more of a goalpost shape. If you don't feel much, take your right foot and cross it over your left thigh. And that'll give your left leg a little more weight, so you can kind of release that left hip flexor. One more breath. Cross the feet, draw yourself back to center. And the knees over to the left. And left ankle over the right thigh. Take one more breath. And then uncross, come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. We're gonna rock up to a seat for one last little quick stretch. So extend your left leg out and right foot to your inner thigh. A little side body stretch. So slide the left hand down the inside of the left leg. Find a little rotation through the side body. And then right hand can stay where it is, just kind of grounding that right hip. You can take it behind your head, give yourself some support, or over your head, reach for the toes. And if you want to find the full bind, you'll hold on to your toes with your right hand, and then take this left hand around, and find your knee. Wherever you are, let the right hip be really heavy. Just be here for about 5 breaths. Okay, release the right hand. Start to unwind. We'll switch. Take the right leg out and the left foot in. Then slide right hand on the inside. Do use your elbow to find a little rotation first. And then either left hand at your hip, behind your head, over your head. Direct your breath into your left lung, create more length, more space. All right, release your left hand. Make your way back up. Let's come all the way out to the backs again. Hug knees into your chest one more time. We've done a lot of twisting today, but if you feel like you want one more twist before we come to Shavasana, feel free to take it. Otherwise, maybe happy baby, a plow pose, another bridge. Whatever's calling to you here, we'll take it for about nice 5 to 10 breaths. If you're in happy baby, maybe rock a little side to side, release one leg out and then the other. If you're in the twist, make sure you switch sides. And start to draw your knees back together from wherever you are. Give them one last nice big squeeze, nice hug in. And then we'll make our way to Shavasana, extending the legs out. Let the feet flop open, be heavy. Hands by your side, palms up. Taking a few clearing breaths here. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Let all that go. Practice is done. Work is over. Every breath, just try to find a little more relaxation in your body, more ease. Just enjoy that. Start to bring small movements to your fingers and toes. Rolling your wrists and ankles. And then maybe take your arms overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch. And exhale, release. Pull your knees in. You're gonna make your way onto one side. So ease your transition up to a seat. You find your seat, sit for a moment in stillness. Feel like you created in your spine, space in the shoulders. Set an intention for what you would like to invite in for your day. Now that we've created a little more space, cleared out some of the old energy. And we'll take an inhale to gather in whatever it is that you'd like to create more of. Draw it right to heart center. Closing class by taking the thumbs to the center of our foreheads, bowing to ourselves and each other. Namaste.